In my eyes 12, I want to talk about personal trainers and coaches. Most gyms have in-house personal trainers, and in my opinion, they're a waste of time and money. Whatever they're going to tell you, you can probably learn on your own. The $60 you spend for that 1 hour introduction session, subscribe to a magazine, rent some books from a library, and do some reading. You know, you'll retain more of the knowledge, and chances are you'll apply it better. When you get someone sitting over top of you just telling you, okay, do this, do that, and you move on to the other 10 exercises he's got you run through, you forgot the first one. So do the reading yourself, save yourself the money. It's going to be a lot more valuable in the long run. And, you know, what do they know that you can't teach yourself? They took a weekend course. What does that qualify them as? Qualifies them to say that they're someone special and you should give them money to show you how to work out when it's all here on YouTube or the internet. Man, so many different things at your disposal to learn. So I think personal trainers in the gym are a waste of time for bodybuilders, for powerlifters. I mean, you know, if you're doing like sport specific training, plyometrics and stuff, and they're running you through circuits, even then I think you can learn it on your own. I mean, you don't always have time if you're, you know, professional athlete, whether you're a hockey player or whatever, to sit down and do up your own program. So maybe that, but they're good that way. But, you know, as far as bodybuilding goes, I think they're a waste of time. And yeah, the course they take is a joke. If we're talking about just a weekend course, I'd turn the other way. If they have a university degree, that's a different story. I mean, with the university degree, I've done both. I've done the weekend courses and I have a degree in kinesiology. And I can tell you the kinesiology degree trumps the weekend course tenfold. You actually learn the biomechanics of the body. You learn how things work, how the muscles contract, how they use ATP as energy, you know, the Krebs cycle, all that stuff. You learn it all. And when you do projects, you can do projects on your own interest. Like I did, all my projects were bodybuilding specific type projects. So, you know, it really helped me out in that field and that aspect of it. I mean, so a degree, it's a good thing because, you know, with my degree, I actually learned how creatine worked. It's like, so not only, how many personal trainers on their weekend course know about creatine, learn about that? None. But with my degree, I learned about nutrition, all that stuff, and if you got a personal trainer who has a degree, well, you're doing a lot better than the personal trainer with the weekend course. But I still think a personal trainer is a waste of time. Whether they have a degree or not, it's something you can learn on your own. And that's a test for yourself. If you're willing to learn it on your own and do it, then chances are it's something you're going to stick to. If you're not willing to take the time and learn how to do the exercises properly, or learn how to eat, you know, general basic nutrition for bodybuilding, then you're not going to stick with this. This isn't something for you. If you really want this, you know, it's right there for you. If you're going to pay somebody to do it for you, well, then you don't have the passion, you don't have the desire to do it. So what that is to me is an excuse. It's an out. And an excuse is just a well thought out lie. So, you know, oh, you didn't reach your goals. Well, it was my personal trainer's fault. He didn't have me on a good program, or he messed up my diet. No. At the end of the day, you're the one who's accountable. It's your fault. So you know what? Just do it right from the beginning. Learn it yourself. Learn your body yourself. Do it yourself. I'm moving on to coaches. I think a coach, you know, a prep coach, or I think they're very valuable, especially at an elite level. I trained for, I think, 10, 11 years without a coach. I did all myself. I built a good foundation. I learned a lot about my body, and I'm happy I did it that way. But then I got to a level for nationals. I got a coach, and everything I knew, he knew, but more in depth, and he knew more than me. So it helped me. It helped me a lot. Also, while I was prepping, I didn't really have time to continue to learn. I was so busy doing all the work I had to do. I didn't really have time to do the extra research or you know, that's where he helped, because he did have the time, and he did it for me. So that's important. You should have a coach that knows more than you, I guess, knowledge-wise. Have a coach that is willing to learn for you. You know, if you have a question, he's actually, instead of just, if he doesn't know, dismiss it, he'll actually go research it for you and tell you the answer. That's the type of coach you want to have. Now, as far as a coach that everyone says they should look the part, even with personal trainers, they should look the part. I agree. I think they should look the part. If they're living that lifestyle, if that's their profession, they should look like they live the lifestyle, and they should look like they know how to get there. But is it the be-all, end-all? No. No, it's not at all. They don't have to look the part to know how to get you there. Maybe in their past life, you know, in their 20s, 30s, they were a freak of nature, you know. They were in great shape. Now they're in their 30s, 40s. It's not something they want anymore. Or maybe they fulfilled their genetic potential, and it wasn't enough to win at nationals, or it wasn't enough to become a good pro. You know, is that taken away from what their knowledge base? Absolutely not. They took what they had and they maximized it. They brought it to their best. So, you know, does that mean he knows less than Mr. Olympia? No. I mean, Mr. Olympia has the genetics on his side, so with all Mr. Olympia's knowledge and his genetics, he's this good. But with this guy's knowledge and his genetics, he's only this good because his genetics are holding him back. So, I mean, the knowledge thing is what you're looking for in a coach. You're not worried about their genetics because it's your genetics that matter. So, personal trainers are garbage. Coaches are good. And you want to have a coach that works with you, and it's not a dictatorship. You want a coach that's going to listen to you, because at the end of the day, you're the one who feels what happens inside you, whether it's in the gym, pains, injuries, anything like that. Diet, how your body reacts to food, what you're digesting, what you're not. Supplements, you know, how they make you feel, what's working, what isn't. So you have to express that to your trainer, and he has to take that and work with it. I mean, you don't want somebody who's just going to sit there and dictate, do this, do this, do this. But at the same time, when you do, not compromise, but when you do agree on a plan and have a plan, you've got to do it. You know what I mean? You're accountable at the end of the day. So when you and your coach decide on your plan, you'll have to stick to it and do it. And it's all on you at the end of the day. So a coach is a great thing, and it can help minimize errors, and that's what you want to do in this game. Minimize all the errors you can. So that's it. That's my take on personal trainers and coaches. I think a coach is a good thing, and I think personal trainers are an excuse to not do the work yourself. I guess that's the harsh reality of it in my eyes.